Hello, I'm Heidi Howard with First Equity Title Agency in downtown Prescott, and you have joined us for another episode of Betty Knows Best. Featuring my special guest, Betty Wynn.
Hi, this is Betty Wynn. Yes, Wynn School Real Estate and Wynn Realty. Today we're actually going to talk about continuing ed, so I asked Heidi, could I give myself a little plug? So
yes.
We do have online continuing education. You can reach that at my website, which is winnschoolrealestate.com. So if you're trying to get your continuing ed, go there.
Okay, so we know that one opinion about continuing education. The other questions I have are, what are the best options? I get all of my continuing education free. Should we do online, even though right now with COVID, we have to do mostly online Zoom classes? What is your opinion?
Well, there's two types of online. There's online, and then there's online remote. So online is not live teaching. Now, the drawbacks of online teaching is that you have to answer questions every so often, and you have to answer them at 80% or better. And then at the end, you have to do a 25-question quiz, and it has to be passed at 80% or better. When you do live CE, it's live teaching, but it's done remotely. A lot of people are using Zoom. There are other venues that you can use for that. You know, you're getting your 3 hours of continuing education per class, and it's great. But you're not in a classroom, so it is a little bit different. Now, Education Advisory Committee with the commissioner, and the last meeting we had was a Zoom meeting. They are working on making that permanent, to do remote classes permanent, whether it's pre-licensing or continuing education.
Interesting. As far as cost, the free doesn't really matter?
It really depends on who's offering it for free. If it is an affiliate, like a title company or a lender, it could be construed as a RESPA violation.
Right.
You have to charge something. Yeah. Okay. And I've had that argument many times with affiliates because they just didn't seem to understand that. And not only can the affiliate that's offering that free class be in trouble, but the recipients of the class, the people receiving the education, could be in trouble. And there's enough free or low cost classes out there, let's say, that you can take throughout the year and get your continuing ed. We have the 6 required and then 2 general. And what a lot of realtors don't know is that we have to take 3 hours of agency. So for my general, I can take another 3 hours of agency, but it can't be the same class.
Oh.
So as long as it's a different class number.
Interesting.
Now, what a lot of realtors like to do is they'll call me up and they'll ask me, well, what's the class number? Well, I cannot give you that, because you could just say you took the class, right? So I can't do that.
So the last question on that is designations. So there's all these NAR designations. How do you feel about that?
When I first got into the business back in the 80s, there really weren't any designations. They were there maybe, but people weren't concentrating on those. In Arizona, there were more licensed real estate salespeople and brokers than there were realtors.
Interesting.
So, and our industry was male dominated at that time. So over the years, we've seen that shift where it's more of a female dominated, yay women, and that we have more realtors versus just licensees. And because of that, we are seeing the designations are more popular. I personally have never received more of a designation than as a broker. Okay. And I felt that's not really a designation, but I felt that being a broker kind of said it all. Realtors, I hate to pop your bubble, but the consumer has no idea what all those abbreviations mean. So are you getting the designation so that you can provide a better service for your client, or are you getting it so that you feel better about you? And it's okay either way. Right?
Absolutely.
But do it for the right reason, whatever that reason is. I think some of these designations are great. I personally like the GRI. The reason I like the GRI is it takes you a little time to get it, so you learn the material, and I think by the time you get done with all of the course, with the GRI course, that you are going to be a more well-rounded realtor.
Any tips for obtaining those?
Well, with the GRI, which is the one that I like, you travel all over the state of Arizona to get your GRI. And I think that's great for the networking, because you're going to meet many professionals that are going to be able to help you there at different levels in the GRI education. And I think it's reasonably priced, And I think it's a great way to do. Now, of course, with COVID, nobody's traveling anywhere.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know, I'm looking forward to next year.
Well, cool. That is the conclusion of this episode of Betty Knows Best.
Thank you.